guys, welcome back to the channel. For this video I'm going to be reviewing the Varla Pegasus. This is the 9-inch tubeless tire version. They also have an 8-inch solid tire version. Solid tires are great because they'll never get flat, but it creates for a bumpier ride. And over time the solid tires wear out. But yeah, let's get into it. So first I'll go over the specs on this bike. We have a 500 watt motor in the rear and the front. We have a 48 volt 16 amp hour battery, which is Varla claims you're supposed to get 29 miles of range. In my experience it's been closer to around 20, a little bit over 20 when the scooter was brand new. There's also dual suspension in this scooter. As you guys know, I'm in San Francisco, so watching out for the potholes and also having enough power to get up hills is my main concern. That's going to be one of the biggest factors when deciding on a scooter to buy. So for this scooter, the only things I've done to this scooter are I've added a phone holder, so we'll get some GPS data for the ride footage. And I also have a bell on the scooter as well. I think the 8-inch tire version comes with a small bell, but this version did not, so I just purchased a cheap one for like $5-10 bucks on Amazon and just installed it. It was very easy to do. This scooter has a twist throttle, as you can see, which is really nice. I've heard some people prefer the trigger throttle. I've never actually ridden a scooter with a trigger throttle, but the twist throttle is more than enough for me. Let's power on this scooter here. It's got a TFT display, very easy to see even during the daytime. Don't know if you can catch that on video there. Very easy to see that TFT display. We have an odometer, a trip meter. You also get a voltage readout as well, which is very useful when determining how much range you have left. Like I said, this is a 48 volt 16 amp hour battery. At full charge, this battery will output 55 volts. You can see we're sitting at about 54.5 volts or so. And I believe the cutoff voltage on a 48 volt battery is like 42 volts or something. So instead of monitoring the battery bars on the TFT display here right at the top, which is pretty inaccurate due to voltage sag, it's better to just pay attention to the voltage readout on the display instead. So normally I'll have this setting for the screen. We also have a current readout, and I'm not quite sure what this RM measures exactly, but yeah, we have 3 riding modes. If you look at the PAS, you can just go through each of them. I believe 1 is about caps out at maybe 15 miles an hour, 2 caps out at 20 miles an hour, and then 3 you get your full speed. This scooter, I've taken it to about a little bit over 30 miles an hour, which is great, in case you need to ride on roads, and you guys will see some of that later today. But yeah, beautiful scooter, beautiful grips. The aesthetics of this bike are really nice, are really nice as well. The brakes are not bad. I definitely did wear through my rear brake pads pretty quickly, and after about 100 miles I replaced them. Luckily with this scooter, Varla provides replacement brake pads, 2 sets. So I currently have the second set on, and because I haven't been riding this scooter very much recently, because I've been opting for the e-bike in most cases, the brakes are pretty damn squeaky, and I may have to replace them again soon. So that's just something to consider. But yeah, the bike also has a front headlight. Let's turn that on. There you can see front headlight, and it's got a rear light as well. When you brake, it blinks, so you get a little bit of visibility. The headlight's is okay. It's not the best headlight that I've seen on a scooter, but it's good enough to get the job done. I can see at least like 10 or 12 feet in front of me. But you could also install a custom scooter headlight on the handlebar just to give you more visibility in front of you. Now on this scooter, there's also in the P settings, you can change the launch power. So from a dead stop, you can change how instantaneous the power will kick in. And it goes from a setting of 1 to 5. And currently, I think the default is at 2. I had taken it out and actually set it to 5 one time, and I almost fell off the scooter when I used the thumb throttle. So I definitely don't advise that unless you know what you're doing. Currently, it's just set to 3 to give me a little bit more acceleration off the line if I'm at a light and need to get out of the way. The scooter also folds for the 9-inch tire version. Varla made a few improvements. With this scooter, you also get a backup key ring for when you fold the scooter to lock it in. You can see there's a hook here. When this stem comes down, it will actually lock into, not lock into, but basically get tucked under this keychain here. And there were a lot of issues with the keychain breaking for some people who purchased this scooter. So Varla provides an extra one just in case that one breaks. And then also the latch on this folding scooter is a little bit better than the original Pegasus or the 8-inch version. I believe they just reinforced it with a larger latch just to prevent the stem from snapping or wobbling as much. I haven't had too many issues with stem wobble on this bike. If you're going at like top speed, then you can expect some. There's a built-in steering dampener in the stem, which is actually not common in a lot of scooters. And what this does is at high speeds, it helps you from turning this stem too much because the dampener kind of kicks in and dampens that turning radius, so you don't have to worry as much about stem wobble. But you'll get some anyway. It's kind of expected, especially riding a scooter at maximum speed. You're kind of reaching the limits there. But yeah, that's just a quick breakdown of the scooter. We're gonna go out soon and go for a ride, so hope you guys enjoy.